For the last 6 years, I've been on a discovery journey to figure out what it is to elevate El Paso, both practically and philosophically. Everything from religious leaders, philosophers, artists, blue collar, white collar, everybody has their own vision of how to elevate El Paso. The common denominators: repair what you see is wrong with the world, make a space and create beauty, and always start by elevating yourself. Today, we get to celebrate Hal Marcus's newest painting and his vision on what it is to elevate El Paso. Come with me.
With a legacy of love, a character of tenacity, and a life full of color, Hal Marcus has always found a way to capture the best of our culture. It is truly an honor to be able to be part of this movement. It is truly an honor to be part of this new legacy, his legacy with his latest painting, Elevate El Paso.
El Paso seems to have kind of a little identity crisis as to who we are and what we're doing. And through the arts, we're figuring it all out. The thing about it is that we kind of create our own world. You know, the people we have as friends, the things that we do all day long, the things we do in our job is our world. And we have the opportunity or the creativity to make that world just like as most awesome as we can.
He's always had a smile on his face. He's always been helpful and collaborative. He's always helped uplift the community, no matter what's going on in his personal life. And he always turns it into art somehow.
This is the crest, this building right now that they're restoring downtown. That's the one I'm painting right now. So as they're restoring it, I'm restoring it. They probably have 1,000 hours in it already. It's a beautiful building. I used to go there when I was a kid. There's a lot of stuff in here, and I think people can look at it for a long time, you know, and children, people of all ages, and this is who we are.
What inspired you to do this? What sort of like feeling came upon you to think about this?
Well, very good question. If you look outside that window, that's the city of El Paso. Some of the things you see out there, like community college, the Plaza Hotel, and the West Star building, and the rooftops, and all this stuff, that's what inspired me, right? What I wanted to do was elevate El Paso so that we could see it in a real clear, kind of magical way. Do you think that I succeeded?
Yes.
Yeah? Does it look like better than it does in reality?
Yes.
See, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool because an artist, it's not like a photographer, because a photographer takes a picture and that's the way it is. But the artist can do really cool things like the sun. Look how that is. I think that they're going to be amazed and I think they're going to enjoy it. And, you know, because this is us. You know, in the turn of the century, everybody was at Paris because Paris was the place, you know. So this is my Paris. This is my place. That's because, you know, when I look out the window and I hear the church bells from, you know, St. Patrick's Church, you know, I hear the church bells every 15 minutes. You know, it's like the center of my life, of my city. Even though I go to the synagogue and I'm Jewish, I still see this building here as being a focal part of my landscape. If you think of like a person writing a symphony and, you know, the composition of the notes. So this is the composition of the painting. It's composed with different things that are, you know, the freeway and the this and the that and the cars and the people going this way and that way. It's like a symphony, you know, and I'm here with the, you know, the flutes and the violins and the cellos. This is the time where I can start putting more people, more things, more details. Think about putting a getaway car over here. You know, how the Chicano people have an old vehicle that's all has pom-poms on it, and this says just married. A person in time who was creating things that were eternal. And what we're trying to do today, just create like an aha moment.
What would it take for every person to elevate El Paso? Well, you have to have the desire and to reflect the joy of our community. And everything you do. And I think that Hal does that, and that is elevating El Paso. That's what this is all about.
One of the things that people like about my artwork and that I like about my artwork is that you can see here looking out my window, I see the Plaza Hotel, I see the West Star, I see lots of these pyramid-shaped roofs, and I see the community college. And way off in the distance, you know, I can even, on a nice day, see the bridge over to Juarez, Mexico. So this type of scenery in Sunset Heights, it's all these angles. It's like a cubistic painting. So, you know, I'm living inside of my paint. You know, when I do my drawings for the painting that I'm working on now, I basically am imitating, but with a poetic license, so to speak, of what I choose. I choose the bridge, the X, the freeway, the community college, the train station, and all these things, you know, the streetcar. So basically, I'm inspired by my city.
My dad's philosophy is really simple. When he says something like peace and love, like he's really going to the baseline of really finding peace in his life and really creating an atmosphere of love around him and, you know, doing what he can within his arm's reach. And no matter how bad the circumstances, he's really focused on the well-being of his community. As corny as it sounds, you know, he really does believe and exudes that, you know, love is the answer.
Because I feel that our destiny is something that we deserve. It's something that we create. All those things that we see and that we hear and that we make and we surround ourselves with is our world. So we're one little world inside of millions of worlds. And there's like the worlds of politics, the worlds of art, the worlds of insects, the worlds of rhinoceroses, the worlds of butterflies, the worlds of Walmart. I mean, there's worlds, you know, that we surround ourselves in, because it's what we manifest. That's the beauty of being an artist.
There's something about what he does that pulls the soul of our community and puts it into the canvas.
The eternal nature of art, it's almost like the feeling of inspiration itself with the culture that he's created through his love of the culture. I think he has helped so many people feel proud of the city.
Now, if someone were to ask me who my favorite artist is, you know what I would tell them?
So,
Me. I've had a lot of great teachers like Picasso, Matisse, Modigliani, Chagall. First of all, I love being an artist because it's the tradition of art, you know. And if my hair is all messy or if I have paint on me, you know, it's okay because he's an artist. He can do that. You know, if he looks like he's half asleep, it's okay. If he doesn't have enough money in his pocket, it's okay because he's an artist. I take a lot of pride in my children. I take a lot of pride in my friends. I take a lot of pride in my art, because art is really the antidote for all that garbage you see on TV, consumerism and all the negativity.
I think that's why also it's so easy for him to get up and paint, because when he's painting, he's doing what he loves and he's in the present moment and he's creating a future filled with beauty. Because you can be an artist and paint the negative parts of life, which is fine if that's what you want to express, but he consciously chooses it every day to wake up and be present and paint beauty and make his city and make his community and make his family and make his life more beautiful through art. And he does that with his painting, he does that with his communication, he does that with the games he plays, he does that with opening up his life and his mind to the infinite possibility of art. And I love that about him.
And it's just an artist that paint a picture. Painting the pictures is just what I do with all my time every day. You know, but that's not who I am, you know. I'm the link between the heavens and the earth. And I mean, why not? I can manifest whatever I want, right? I'm an artist, right? Yeah.
Here we are. The painting, I officially named it Elevate El Paso, okay? And because I'm elevating El Paso to a different height, or you could say, or to more magical, or summing up the history of the Mandy and the first transportation and the, you know, the streetcar, you know, and it's basically elements that I thought more important, like La Nube, hasn't even opened up yet, So it's like elevating it to a different level, magnifying it, making it more magical, bringing it right up into your face with the St. Patrick's Church just right there in the center, and using my imagination to have a wedding going on, which symbolizes love and happiness and mariachi. So that's what I named it, and it's taken about, I guess, a little bit over 2 months, which is really, really quick. I worked on it, 7 days a week. And they asked me, oh, is it a commission? Where's it going to go? It's kind of like my children, I have my children and I raise them, and then I don't know where they're going to go. They're going to go wherever they want to go, So every painting has its own destinies.
Look out over your world and attract all the beautiful things that are around you. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to tell you that this painting is called Elevate El Paso, and the reason the title is because of this man. He has a business called Elevate El Paso. His name is Laura, and he's a historian. He's a master of all trades. He's a mason. He's a philosopher. He will tell you more about it because we're going to be showing a movie in about 20 minutes that he created. And you want to say something?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored, thrilled. I wouldn't have been able to have done this without the help of everybody. James, John Carlos, Paula. And of course, thank you so much for the opportunity to do this. It's been a pleasure.
He's got a great voice, right? He ought to be on TV, right?
I think the best thing to take out of the film is the fact that if any of us want to do anything right, is to be authentic to ourselves. And this is the perfect example of it.
Thank you. I'm gonna, it takes a village. So, okay, drum roll. I want to say this is a dom. When I say it takes a village, everybody is a part of what's happening today. Everybody. There's David who's helped us. He did a drone just last week over the whole city. This is the only building that has 17-color roof. And he should know it because he did a drone over the thing. And Francisco Romero, everybody who's here, Stephanie, who's our manager. But anyway, the reason I'm saying stop is because he's the martial arts Tai Chi Qigong instructor here. And he has classes like 3 times a week. So if you're interested in that thing, okay, hit the drum. This is the way, I see my beautiful city. This is the community college. Here's the Sunset Parlor. Here's my gallery. There's the train station, the ballpark, the civic center. La Nube, the new children's museum where, by the way, Ann Alice Alligator is going to make her debut. It's La Nube. She's been asleep for 20 years. Anyway, this is the Plaza del Norte, the Plaza Hotel and Sunflower. Of course. Now, Carlos, I know you're there and I go to the synagogue, but the center of my life is St. Patrick's Church, ladies and gentlemen, because I hear the church bells every 15 minutes. It is the center of my life. It's okay, you won't tell the rabbi, right? All right. And this is a couple getting married because I'm all about peace and love. And this is the getaway car where they just got married. And this is the Cresses that's being revived in the county courthouse. and the missions and the streetcar. And many of y'all don't know it, but this is Mandy. Mandy was, did anybody know who Mandy was? The mule. It was the mule, right? It was the first mule with the transportation. And this was the streetcar that went to Juarez. Back in what year, Carlos?
Me?
I mean,
It was 1910.
1910, this was the way that you could do public transportation in El Paso. And the person who started this was
Zach White.
Zach White. Zach White, he owned the electric company. He owned the Bandy, and he also ended up building bricks to make all the houses in Sunset Heights, including these. So anyway, long story short, this is the history as I see it. You know, the freeway going by, of course, Mount Cristo Rey. All that confetti in the background is Mexico. There's Piedra Street. There's the federal courthouse, the X, which I put an eyeball in the middle of it, and the alligators. The alligators. I saw a really cute cartoon on social media, and it was this alligator, and it was in a couch in the psychiatrist's office, and the alligator was saying, "Everyone says I see you later, but they really don't want to ever see me." I thought that was anyway, so this is fine. Any questions while I got on my hand in the middle of everybody?
How long did it take you?
Good question. It took me 10 weeks, and I worked every single day on it. So it was pretty quick. And it's 8 feet wide by 5 feet high. And actually, you all probably don't know it, but there's two canvases with a line right in the center. But the thing that connects them all together is the bird of peace, which is in almost all of my paintings. And see how the bird, there's no line between the bird, there's no border between the bird. So the bird is what connects the two sides, also two sides of the border. So anyway, all my work is about love and peace. This is a brand new piece in 2024. I've done 70 paintings in 2024 so far. And this one's called Noche Linda. And the one on the center of the stage is called World Peace. Okay, that's world peace. And if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't have any peace at all. Let's have a big hand for women.